Hello everyone, it's Kyofug here for another lecture. Today, I'm going to be showing you my process. Well, you see my process every time I make a video. That's me in the process of making art. But today specifically, I'm going to show you my process of making drawings in a specific style I've created using a chisel tip permanent marker. In this case, it's the Staples Duramark permanent marker on your standard printer size paper. This style involves words, figures, portraits, hands, guns, food, all sorts of things. I haven't figured out a name for it yet, and I don't really feel pressure to create one. But I'll go ahead and get a quick title card going, and then I'm just going to get right into this. This is mainly for documenting this process. I've done a bunch of drawings like this. I've kind of developed a style with this sort of size of marker. It's smaller than the king size Sharpie I use for most videos. This would be equivalent to your standard chisel tip Sharpie. This Staples Duramark. I just find the Duramark has a pleasing shape to it, and it writes. I like the Duramark. It's pretty good. It's affordable too. But I've just developed a style with this, and you'll see it. You've seen it before, most likely. But I just want to show it in a very, no time lapses, just a straight up showing you what I'm doing. Maybe walk you through a little bit what I'm thinking as I'm doing it, because honestly, sometimes I don't even know. So let's go ahead and get started here with the title card. My name is Kyofug. That's spelled K-Y-O, dot in the middle of the O, F-U-G. And today, I will be showing you my process. Okay? That is what we're going to be doing today. With these, I typically have an average of 5 minutes per piece, so we'll probably be able to get through like 6 pieces. Maybe 5. We'll see. Depends how it all pans out, but I have an average of doing these for about 5 minutes. And there's a pace, a tempo I've found with these too, where it's like not too fast, not too short, where it's just right in the middle. My go-to if I'm just starting is usually would be an eye. Sort of this shape is usually how I'd start. I start a lot of my drawings like this, but this is especially in this style. And it's building off of shapes, fluid movements, and it's very natural. I couldn't even describe to you what I'm doing. If I tried to describe to you exactly what was going on, then it wouldn't be what I was doing. Because the point is I've practiced the repetition of getting in this state and trying to explain every single stroke in the moment can be difficult. Because I'm focused on doing it and planning my next thing, my next move, and reacting to it. It's a living, breathing thing. Like you're watching me compose a piece right now. Because of the angle I'm sitting, this guy's already kind of lopsided to the left. And I bet that a lot of these are going to have a kind of to the... Excuse me, I'm an old man and it's already past 8 o'clock, so you know what that means. Getting tired. But it's okay. This is a good chill sort of thing to do. Anywho. Oh yeah, compositionally, I think most of these are going to be tilting to the left because I'm sitting to the left. But we'll counterbalance it, you know. We'll counterbalance it properly. Let's see. What is this person's hair? Maybe the big poofy hair. Cool. Eyelashes. Yeah. I'm loving where this is going. This is a nice drawing. I'm not really sure much what I would add to this. It's looking pretty complete. Classic like shine exclamation lines, glow. Is that a word down here? Is it an O or a P? I don't know. I don't know what that says. But I definitely had fun drawing it. I just find that this size of paper is just really, it really is a good medium to get ideas out for me. And to be perfectly honest with you, I've been for a while I've been thinking like, okay, this is cool and all, but let's get down to serious stuff. You need to do big paintings or murals or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like now that I'm actually getting back, because I did this a few months ago, I did a lot of this and just this sort of, and I was like, oh, well, I should get a Posca, or I should get a nice, you know, paint marker with a big bullet tip to do like even lines, you know, to do those like nice neat doodles. But I find that, you know, and I do those, you've probably seen them, I posted them, they come out a lot cleaner than these. But I don't know, I feel like this is like, both are good, but this definitely feels more like my own original style. And that's the thing, sometimes it can be scary going out on your own when you don't have really a leg to stand on in terms of like, you know, someone who's done exactly what you're doing behind you. Because if I did something more cartoony and more straight away, you know, there's plenty of things there. And if I was more serious about being the fine art path, then I could just look at those people. But the thing is I'm acting like a spaz, graffiti artist, whatever, underground freak bag, yet I'm drawing the way my approach to it is also like has a blend of, you know, the German expressionists and the you know, the late works of Picasso and all this different stuff mixed together. And it doesn't really fit in a mold. It's not quite commercial. It's not quite, I mean, fuck fine art. Like what, it's like, I was gonna say it's not quite fine art. I mean, I guess technically it's not, because there's some definition that I couldn't tell you about right now. But, I mean, personally, what the fuck is fine art? Because anything can be fine art in a certain context. You know, if it's meta enough, like this could be, you know, this piece could be up in the gallery. I don't know, could it? He's asking the question, could it be good in a gallery? I honestly don't know. You kinda have a bullshit detector for things that are real and things that are fake. And it's not something that can be like, oh, someone's being authentic or they're not, because someone can be authentic, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the value something brings to your life in terms of actual deep down in your soul meaning. And reflecting on it and having a purpose, having a skill, getting better at something, helping your community. These are all very simple things. But the amount of meaning they can provide for your life is just incredible. I'm reading the book Mouse, A Survivor's Tale by Art Spiegelman, I believe his name is. Correct me if I'm wrong. With my sister. We're both reading it as part of a book club. And I'm on book 2, where his father, if you don't know, it's a graphic novel about the Holocaust told through animals. So it's like the Jews are mice and the Nazis are cats, the Poles are pigs, and the Americans are dogs. Yada, yada, yada. Anyways, the main person is the writer. The story is the writer telling you about the stories that his dad told him. Anyways, when he was in the camps, his father was in the camps. He was talking about how he was, he'd done a little bit of shoe repair, he'd done a little bit of tin work, he used to run a clothing factory, so he had things that made him useful. And then in this horrible situation, he was able to bullshit his way almost through by taking up these jobs in the camp, whether it being a tin man or being a shoe repair person, a cobbler. I believe it's called a cobbler. There's also a peach cobbler, which is quite good. But I digress. It's been making me reflect on what I want out of life. Well, I know what I want out of life. 100%. Generally be just fulfilled and happy and not have that spidery creature on my shoulder that's telling me I'm wrong. Whatever you want to call it. You know when you're doing it right. Let's see, bot of the... Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm getting lost in this drawing. Pardon my lostness. I'll put a dog down here. We're saying no to that dog. I don't know. All the fake internet stuff. I'm thinking about this stuff. Not so much this, more the Instagram clips. It's like, my job, I deal with plumbers. And I think about them and how a lot of these guys, they've been doing it for years and they know plumbing. What do you know? They know how to fix things. And they have studied this for years, and they can help people fix their water in their house, get it operating correctly so they can wash their dishes and take showers, get water for their baby, for their formula. They can help people do that. They're useful. They have something that they're contributing to society, to their community. Elderly neighbor can't afford to get repairs. You can help them with that. But what is the person who makes content online? And that's all they do. What would the world be like if not if all, but like a bunch of plumbers disappeared versus a bunch of influencers disappeared, a bunch of Instagram people or YouTube people? I'm incredibly sorry. It's so early. It's only 8:17. I've just had a big day. I was gonna say long day, but it hasn't been bad. It's just been big. Lots of stuff. And pardon the video, because usually I'm more in some sort of character, performing, not a bad thing at all. Because, someone wearing a mask will tell you the truth, But this is just more, it's unfolded and just being more just chill, talking about what's going on. Anywho, I've been thinking about maybe getting into a trade, specifically plumbing, because I don't know, I want to be useful. I want to do something where I can help bring up my community and something I can feel good about. Because, to be frank with you, just being a desk jockey, customer service person, it's just, it always kind of, like, no matter what economic system we have, no matter what's going on, you're going to need plumbers. Or you're going to need someone who cooks food and stuff. But then you have all these middlemen that are there because of the way things are set up. And then if you dedicate your life to doing something that's kind of useless, but it's just kind of there anyways, and that's the slot you fill. I don't know. I don't know if that's really... I don't know if that's really what I'm all about. Because personally, I don't know. I have talked also about how just living your life, it's just a normal fucking person just chugging away, doing what you need to do and getting through day to day, is a totally noble way to do it, and I stand by that. I'll stand by that and say that's a good way to do it. I guess these are the first real doubts I'm having on the path. First real doubts. Because if you have doubts where you're like, you don't want to do the work, you don't know if you keep up with it, you can easily hype your way out of that. Oh my goodness. Easily hype your way out of that. Be like, well, I'm just gonna do it anyways. Who cares if it's a little bit too stressful or whatever. Problem is when it gets to a point where you're like, shit, I don't know if this is even the right path, despite the effort. Like, you only get one life to live, and I don't know if this is the thing. Now, I'm also the same person that said, I'd rather grind something stupid than have lived a life of constantly not knowing which route to take, and of anxious, just idle frenzy of frickery. I don't know if I would want that. I really don't know if I would want that. But everything in the conceptual mind, everything up here in the front of your brain, we only have one sheet left. Oh no, we don't. I'm tripping. Apologies. I definitely like doing this. What does it mean to succeed in a system that is inherently unethical? And if you are aware of the injustices and the way things are messed up, and you think things need to change, and you dedicate yourself to making art to make you money, to make you a bunch of money, is that really a good way to go? Now, I would say yes. My reflex says yes. But the inside of my brain says damn. No title card for you, exit card. This has been Killfug. But my name is Alexander, and I'm sitting in my room. Stop recording now. Good night.